Who wants to be manipulated by a narcissist? No one, of course. And that isn't a trick question because nobody wants to. But there's certain individuals who actually can't be manipulated by a narcissist. I'm sure you've thought about, why is it that you've got to go through a narcissistic relationship while someone like your friend or someone that you know or whoever has not been through this? And why is it you've got to go through these experiences and another person doesn't? So in this video, I'm going to be looking at who can't be controlled or manipulated by a narcissist. Hello and welcome back. I hope that you're all doing really well. So in this video, I'm going to be looking at who actually can't be manipulated by a narcissist. There's a certain few people who have got certain characteristics are not going to be manipulated by a narcissist. Oh no, my friends, they're not going to be manipulated. And the thing is, there's they're not going to be swayed by a narcissist's tactics, okay? And they're going to be able to recognize who a narcissist is, why they are like this. There's aspects to this, okay? And I'm going to be talking about this in the video. And for those of you who have already been manipulated by a narcissist, this is going to apply to you too, because I'm going to be talking about different things and different principles that actually will help you to stay away and not be manipulated by a narcissist. But before I get into the video, I just want to say that I do go live on this channel once a week, every single Tuesday at 9 p.m. And if there's any questions or there's something that is on your mind and perhaps maybe you want to get some answers to, I'd say come on over to the live because I may well be answering your questions. So my friends, Tuesday, 9 p.m. UK time over on this channel. I'd love to see you there. Okay, so let's talk about who isn't going to be manipulated by a narcissist, who has understood themselves, who is strong enough in themselves, is not going to be manipulated by a narcissist. And there's certain tactics, like what you have to understand, a narcissist is going to go through certain patterns of behavior. Now, if you are someone that can identify those certain patterns or particular tactics that somebody would employ to manipulate you, this is going to really help you in terms of whether you do actually fall prey to manipulation or control. And this is what I want to talk about. The first thing is people who have got a strong self-esteem, people who have got confidence, and people who are not afraid to say no. That is a person who is not going to be able to be easily manipulated by a narcissist. Narcissists look for people who are easily swayed, easily dominated. People who believe, naivety, who can believe another person very easily without challenging that person's narrative. And if you're going to do that, a narcissist is not going to put time and effort, particularly right at the beginning stages of a connection that a narcissist is trying to establish. In that interaction, especially in the early days, they're going to be trying to figure out whether you are someone that's going to believe them, whether you are going to be someone who is going to be able to take on the narcissist's narrative. They're going to be looking for those things. If you are someone that is gullible and easily swayed, then a narcissist is going to pursue you. And yeah, the reason why they do that is because they don't have to work so hard. They don't have to work hard in terms of getting you to believe their narrative. And ultimately, that's what it is. Someone who trusts their own judgment and is less dependent on external validation. That is when you have strong self-esteem. You're just not relying it for outside validation. You know it already within yourself. Someone who is connected to themselves. The other one, okay, that it's going to be really hard for them to manipulate is someone who is emotionally intelligent. Someone who clicks and is aware and understands their own emotions and can identify when something is coming up for them, when their intuition is telling them no. Oh, hell no. They're going to listen to their intuition because this is one of their senses. And they're going to know when someone is trying to manipulate or control them because of the way that that person speaks, the way that that person behaves, the way that that person makes you feel. You're going to identify that something's not right here, and you're going to trust your intuition. So you're going to change the way that you interact with the narcissist. Narcissist's going to see it, they're going to feel it, they're going to go. I know this one, okay, is a little bit more straightforward, but I'm going to mention it anyway. People who are educated about narcissism, okay, it's going to be much harder for the narcissist to manipulate them. People like you, right, who do show up, who do educate themselves about narcissism, who want to understand just what the hell is going on. You're going to understand emotional manipulation. So you're going to be more equipped to recognize these tactics and be able to resist them and be able to change the way that you behave or interact with someone who is like this. Independent thinkers. I love this one. I love this one. Someone who understands their own mind, understands their own opinions, has social etiquette as well, in terms of being able to voice those thoughts and opinions that they have. So someone who is an independent thinker is going to possibly challenge the narcissist, is going to probably ask the narcissist certain questions, which a narcissist is not going to like because it's going to show them up. Someone who is comfortable in making their own decisions, who are not easily swayed into thinking a particular way. That is going to provide challenge for the narcissist. They're not going to like that. They're not going to pursue someone like this. They are going to look for people who are likely to fall prey to the opinions of others, who are going to take on someone else's opinions. But if you are someone who is an independent thinker, you already know your own mind. So you are going to stand strong in that opinion. You're not going to be challenged so much. Therefore, you are able to express your needs, you're able to express your emotions in a way that actually doesn't matter what someone else thinks, it matters what you think. And I've always said this possibly in every video, but definitely in every live stream. It matters what you think. It matters that you are connected to yourself. It matters how you express yourself. And this brings me on to the next point. This is about people who prioritize self-care. You care, you look after yourself. Because you know what? You value yourself. And someone who does those things means that you are strong. You are resilient within yourself, because you know what? You take time to get to know who you are. You get time to look after yourself. And that is the key here. That is what is so important. Because a narcissist is going to look for someone who is going to prioritize their need, the narcissist's needs, before their own. They're going to look for someone who maybe neglects themselves a little bit here and there, you know, with time, with self-care, with prioritizing themselves. A narcissist wants to get their needs met. So they're going to look for someone who is going to engage in that, someone who is going to be easily manipulated and being able to be controlled into believing the narcissist's narrative. People who have healed themselves from trauma, understand it, are able to express their own needs, are going to challenge what some people say in a nice way. I'm not saying that you've got to have an argument with everyone, but you're going to be comfortable in being able to voice your opinions, to be able to voice who you are and what you think. So it's going to make it difficult for the narcissist to be able to weave or intertwine that negative narrative or their thoughts and their opinions on you, because you already know what they are. You are understanding that the patterns of behaviour of a narcissist. It's going to make it even more challenging for them. They're not going to want to be challenged or exposed. But I think the critical point here is someone who understands, knows themselves, and actually above all listens to their intuition, because their intuition is never going to let them down. So in order for someone to be able to recognize these things within themselves, this is going to help keep away, or for you to not be manipulated by a narcissist. Because ultimately, what they are looking for is for someone to pander to their needs, do what it is that they want, is someone who is going to want them to be an easy target. And for however long that person stays, until they realize that they are being manipulated, that they're being coerced into a relationship or into some sort of partnership or friendship with this person, they're going to get their needs met. They're going to overtake this person. And that's ultimately what manipulation is. It's just you take over that person. You blend into one. So someone who is able to identify all of these things, that is what is going to be important. That is what is going to stop a narcissist from being able to manipulate you. I really hope this video has helped, and I hope that it helps you to understand that actually, you know what, you can prevent narcissists entering your life. If you have enjoyed this video, please consider sharing it but also give it a thumbs up. And also, if you haven't already, please consider subscribing to the channel. Guys, thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate you, and I hope to see you in the next video or the live. Goodbye.